talk smack. The guy who got timed out, I thought for 24 hours, but he was like, no. He comes on the stream, he gets in the chat, and he says one thing and one thing only, and that is acknowledge me. So today, let's acknowledge friend of the show, bad boy, JDF, antagonist, Mr. VP. Look, he's at the office, guys. Brent works so damn hard. When I stream at 8 o'clock and I go live and I drop the link at midnight, he's at the office. You want to get rich? You need to get there early and leave late. All right, Brent, how have you been, buddy? What's been going on? Looks like you're getting a little gray hair up there. They stressing you out? Your workers stressing you out? On the quest to be Hayam Saban of the industry? Go ahead, Brett. How you been, man? How have you been?
Good. So, the comic, I disagree with TJ. I think the artwork is phenomenal. I think it's great, and I'm surprised they didn't get timed out for disagreeing with him. Because the live stream, I was actually defending JDF because
wait, no way, stop the cap.
Yes, I was, because Sanyuraka said that a proper martial arts school doesn't give out black belts until they're 18. I'm like, JDF got his first black belt at 12, and he went to a proper martial arts school. And then Pisano, or whatever his name is, started arguing with me. I'm like, yeah, I'm just stating the facts that Sanyuraka said that a proper martial arts school doesn't give out black belts at 18. That's what she said, and I'm disputing that notion. And then I get timed out for 24 hours, which is hilarious, absolutely funny. Because I'm at the one time I'm defending J. I mean, April. If I was arguing against JDF, I could see why I would disagree with it, but I could see why because she's trying to push a pro JDF agenda, okay. and I get that. But I was defending him, so it didn't make any sense to me. But yeah, the comic. Back to the comic. I think it's great. The artwork is phenomenal. And
what do you think about the storyline of her changing her name to Emma? Where the hell did the Emma name come from?
I don't know Emma, because I saw Susie Q. I don't think that had any relation. Flashpoint, her name was Julia.
Okay.
I don't know. I just can't see any relation. That's probably just a random name, probably maybe a family member. Maybe a close friend of hers. I don't know why Emma.
Well, all right. Now let's go back to the stream, because normally I do get your opinion on the topics I cover. What do you think about ASJ having 3 black belts by the age of 18? One in Taekwondo.
One in Taekwondo. I think maybe he did. Maybe he did. I don't know. I can't answer it, because JDF got his first one at 12. Yeah. Which is very impressive, and I 100% believe it, because just watching him on the show, the moves are just absolutely impressive. So he's exceptional in that regard. So I could see how maybe ASJ, maybe the type of black belt. I have no martial. I mean, the highest belt that I got in Taekwondo was yellow. So
hey, some people want to fight you. That may come in handy,
right? So yellow. I mean, it comes after white. If people don't know. If people want to look up my Taekwondo experience, yellow, that's what I have, which it would basically, I don't think they even keep record of those. Probably they don't keep record of that. But anyway,
that might be more than Austin St. John.
I don't know. Maybe the type of black belt that he got is different than what JD. I don't know. I have no idea about any of this stuff, so I have no experience, so I can't speak on that.
You can't speak on that.
That's just my speculation.
The next time you see him, are you going to ask him about the 3 black belts at 18?
I mean, I could. I mean,
doesn't he owe you an interview?
He said he would give me an interview. I don't know if he, at that moment, that's what he said. Like, he's like, I'll give you an interview right now. I was like, Austin, you have people waiting. And the reason why he said that, it's a whole different issue. And I don't want to scare certain people off and have them accuse me of twisting their words, even though I have word for word what they said.
So
But
he wanted to give you an interview regarding Twee being a waitress. Now
no,
yesterday,
not just that. It was regarding what happened with the negotiations or whatever, and I think part of that has to do with Twee, because he's what they said in the fan war video was absolutely I don't want to say half-assed because that's not a very nice term,
just give us your
but
honest opinion. So
I think
wait.
it was if you're gonna say something about the strike, you have to give the details. You have to go all the way. Like, if you shouldn't go halfway like that, because if you do that, then you have people like Francis, who has very credible power in the Power Rangers community, filling in the holes and asking legitimate questions that put doubt in people's minds. And unlike what people think, I think Frances is very credible in the Power Rangers community, and her word has power. And that's why when she says certain things, I bring my opinion along with the facts. And until Austin and Walter,
By facts, you mean what they tell you, right?
no, what she said, and I bring my opinion.
Okay. All right.
And until Walter and Austin they elaborate, I feel that her words, that's what most fans of the Power Rangers, they're going to take her word. And I told Austin, you want JD's assistant, if you want her to fill the whole, if that's what you want Twee's legacy to be, then that's what they're going to hear. That's what they're listen to. And
So
yeah,
what is your interpretation of Twee's legacy from Francis' point of view?
from Francis's point of view,
How do you interpret Twee's legacy from Francis' point of view?
Francis's point of view, based on what she said, what Francis thinks and what JDF thinks is they're not one of the same.
Okay,
Even
so what do you think Francis think? Come on, man, answer the question. You're talking in circles.
what do I think that she thinks?
Yeah.
I think Francis thinks very positively of Twee. And I think that she did mean, when she said that she's a fragile girl, I do believe she meant injuries. I do believe that. But that's not the message that was brought out, because she said she was a fragile girl, but she had a lot of potential and a dynamic aura. And if people want to dispute that, then go look at the recording.
Okay, so what was the message that was put out there then?
That she was a fragile girl, but she had a lot of potential, dynamic aura, and she followed a fake ass Jerry Maguire. Francis agreed with that statement.
I agree. It was a fake ass Jerry Maguire.
Yeah, fake ass. She agreed with that statement, and she thinks that what Francis, I believe, what she thinks is that, I think she thinks very positively of Twee. I don't think that's the issue, but the message she said that what JDF said, that's the issue.
What did she say that JDF said? You come
on. Let me try to remember. I could probably pull up. Oh I have the facts, but she said that she looked so embarrassed. And I do believe that what Francis said, waitress is a very dignified job, I don't disagree with that.
Let's take a pause. Austin St. John said, if you're waiting tables as an actress, you failed on the entrepreneurial side of the business.
Right. And I agree. Because when you're an actor and actress, you're not you want to act. Is that fair to say? You want roles. Is that fair to say? You don't want to be doing things like those aren't that. You'd rather be acting in a studio rather than waiting tables.
So Jason said she was wasting away on the vine. She failed on the entrepreneurial side. Is that a true statement?
That's not the issue. The issue I have is when JDF said she looked embarrassed. He felt it was so disrespectful to order something from her Why are you so fixated on that she's a waitress? Why is that such? Why are you even discussing that? That's the issue.
Okay, we'll come back to that issue. But what about your thoughts on what Austin St. John said about people who are actors being waitresses failing
on the entrepreneurial side?
On the entrepreneurial side and wasting away on the vine.
Yeah, I mean, that's if they're waiting tables and they're not acting, then they're not getting roles and they're not fulfilling their potential. Then yeah,
so
I mean,
it's failing.
Are they failing?
Yes. Are they?
I don't know if
you're a waitress and you're not acting, are you failing at acting? According to Austin St. John, would you? Does that jive?
If you're waiting tables and not acting, are you failing on the entrepreneurial side?
Yes. Do you agree with his statement?
You could be doing other things besides waitressing. I mean,
I'm looking for a yes or no. Yes, I agree, or no, I don't agree.
So you're saying if you're waiting tables, are you failing on the entrepreneurial side?
Correct. Look at this guy.
I can't answer that. That's a very tough question to answer because I don't know.
Well, do you agree with the statement? If you were an actor in a big production like Power Rangers and 3 years later you're busting tables, did you fail on the entrepreneurial side of being an actor? Do you agree with it? It's a yes, I agree, or no, I don't agree. Austin is full of shit. Which one is it?
I think I agree with that. Actually, I do agree. So, I do. So I do agree with that statement. But
whoa. So she, in your mind, she failed as an actor on the entrepreneurial side.
She did The Crow.
No, Britt. You said you agree with his statement, and I'm just clarifying that you agree that Twee failed as an actress on the entrepreneurial side. You just said you agreed.
Like if you're waiting tables and not acting, then you're not acting. So yes, you're not acting. So that means you're not fulfilling your potential as an actor. Yeah, I mean, what was that?
So you agree with the whole failure thing now.
But I mean, it's very tough to get acting roles. Like Johnny Young Bosch, he failed on the respect of acting, so he resorted to voice acting, which did a phenomenal job. So so if you want to be an actor and you're waiting tables, you failed in the respect that you're not acting.
Okay, so all right, so you agree with him on that. Now, with that being said, is there a difference between someone thinking that Twee was a failed actress versus someone feeling embarrassed ordering from her?
Those two
outlooks?
Yes.
So go ahead, elaborate on that. Let's hear how he takes ASJ's side, who just blatantly called her a failure on the acting side.
Because if you're not if you're waiting tables, you're not acting, then you're failing in the aspect that you're not getting roles. Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And that's unfortunate. That's an unfortunate reality of many people.
Do you think? Now, sorry to interrupt you, but remember, if you watch the video, Austin said after he walked off the show, he was homeless for 6 months. Do you think her following fake Jerry Maguire with literally no plan had an impact on her not getting acting roles?
First of all, Twee is her own person, and for her to say that she followed ASJ, you're saying it's all Jermaine's fault.
Joining him in the strike. Because he was the one who walked, and he said, Twee walked with me, and Walter came too.
Right. But the fact that she followed him or placed it on him.
You want to play? Oh, so it's not his fault at all.
She needs to take. She joined him. It's not like she has to take ownership of whatever she does. So it's her. She's my favorite, but she has to take responsibility for whether staying on the show or leaving. She can't place on Austin St. John. That's not.
All right, so he's
So
saying, all right, okay, so he's saying it's her fault for following him or joining him because she's
right. I wouldn't put it as fault. I mean, that's that you want to put it that way, that's fine. But it's she needs to take responsibility for
if
what
okay.
the decision that she makes.
If I say, hey guys, hey guys, I know we're all at work and we're gonna strike, and once we strike, they're gonna bring us back at our rate because that was the plan, right? You strike because you're not getting what you want, in the hopes of getting what you want, right? Is that what you would you agree with that statement?
You're striking because you're not getting what you want. Yeah.
And you're hoping by striking you get what you want.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, go in agreement there. So now you have the leader of the strike, which is Austin St. John, right? Is he the leader of the strike?
Does it matter? I mean, whether it's
Oh,
her or Walter, it's whether her or Walter or Twee. I mean, it doesn't matter whether he was a leader or not. Like,
oh Brent. Come on now. You know he was the leader of the strike.
okay,
Well, we
we'll
know
just
it's
say what
Walter.
it is because I
Okay.
saw the fanware video and he deferred to Walter. That's what he said in the fanware video. But it doesn't really matter
All
whether
right.
he was
So
a striker.
if I'm leading 100 people to striking, and I
Uh huh.
say let's strike, guys, and they say, all right, guys, you're striking with Henry. All right, all of you are fired. And then people are him. He was homeless. She was bussing tables. Do I have any accountability for leading people to believe that if we strike, we will get what we wanted, and we end up not getting what we wanted, and we end up worse off because not only did we strike, but we lost our jobs.
Twee knew the risks. She knew the risks of what she was doing.
So
I
that's a
mean,
no. That's a no. If I commit, if
why
I
why why are you placing ASJ? It's
I'm just asking, I'm not trying to place anything. I'm saying if I am the leader of the strike and I convince 100 people to leave the company with me, and as a result of us striking, we get fired, and now we're in financial perils. Do I have no blame because everyone is an adult and they chose to be with me, correct?
Actually, Austin has to look. He's the blame for his decision. Twee's the blame for her decision, and Walter's the blame for the fact that you're blaming ASJ for Twee leaving. That's not no. They have to take responsibility for what they do or don't do.
Okay, so it's Twee's fault. All right, all right, all right.
Well, it's for her. Yeah, she that's her. It's she needs to take responsibility. What you can't say it's Jermaine's fault. That's not how. No.
Okay, okay. He said it's not Jermaine's fault. Now let's move on to something else. What about Karen Ashley in the order? How do you feel about the fans that donated money? The fans who donated money that were supposed to receive a comic book, the fans that donated money that was supposed to receive a shirt, be in the movie. You know, is it on them to read the fine print, or they should get some type of compensation from Karen Ashley and the other Rangers who benefited from their donation?
So this movie was that Indiegogo was 7 years ago.
Something like that.
Okay.
Do they have any responsibility to the fans?
It really, because when you make these movies,
It's a yes. For one, let's just say yes or no before you go into a detail. Does Karen Ashley owe the fans anything for donating and not getting what they were promised?
so
Yes
if they
or
were
no?
I haven't looked into this,
They
but
were
let's just assume.
some people were promised a comic book. Some people were promised to be in the movie. They donated their money in hopes of receiving this, and they got nothing in return. Does Karen Ashley owe them any compensation or a refund?
I don't know the details, but let's just assume that we'll take what you say that they were if you donate to this campaign, you will get this. If you donate this amount, you will get this. And if they did, if that's the case, then they should have got something. But we don't know what's in the. I have to look in. I don't know much about this order situation, but let's say this 142,833. Let's say the cost of that went to shooting the movie.
What do you
And
mean? They never shot anything other than a trailer.
okay, then they should have just if they have funds left over, they should pay back the donors what they were promised. But
So
I honestly I don't know too much, but I'm taking your word for it. I would say yes, they deserve.
now, when they didn't get anything back, would that make the order a scam?
Will that make an order a scam? Again, I don't know the details of this, but I'm taking your word for it.
Based on my details, would that make
Based
the
on
order,
what you're telling me,
is the order a
if
scam? If people were promised to be a part of the movie, promised comic books, promised shirts, merch, a paintball trip with Austin St. John, and they donated in hopes of receiving that perk for their donation, and they never got it, is this Indiegogo considered a scam?
if there's no fine, if there's no
Now,
disclaimer,
okay, so you want to hang your hat on a disclaimer that says, hey, if you donate money, it's at your own risk, and there's no guarantee that
there's no
anyone
guarantee that you will get these things.
then it's on the fans for donate being stupid and not
It's
reading.
a risk, and I know it's not right. I don't, but that's just indie. I've seen these Indiegogo campaigns. This is not the only one that does
Yeah,
this.
we had Austin St. John with Survival's End who did the same
and
thing.
then I've seen other campaigns, not outside of the Power Rangers actors, that do this, and it's very risky. The only Indiegogo campaign I got was like a COVID mask, but I made sure to make sure that if in the disclaimer that if you don't get the product, you're refunded.
So
And
some people are saying it's a scam if no one got what they paid for.
right, and it's I have to look into this, Henry, because I know you when you record these things, you're recording me. Every interaction I have with you is recorded. And I know you're whether it's and you're so careful about privacy, and I respect that, but I feel that goes both ways. So you know what I mean. So I know that whether I'm on this live or otherwise, every interaction is recorded. So you're going to take what I say out of context.
Not everyone.
So I have to look into this order thing. I don't know much about it.
Now
so
you have a direct line to Karen Ashley. Are you going to ask Karen Ashley about the order and what happened to the money?
I don't have a direct line to her, but if I see her, I'll definitely ask about it. I mean, because it seems very if she actually scammed people, then there would be backlash, because she's not the only one. Nakia was also co-producer. Multiple Ranger actors participated in this, and there seems to be no backlash. So it seems kind of like there must be another. We have to hear the other side.
Yeah, you are our on the ground reporter, if you will. And Austin St. John, he did a similar thing and collected $12,000. So are you going to ask him about the Survival's End money?
Oh, sure. If a flexible goal. That means that
they got
you
paid.
guys already know what that means.
Flexible goals mean they got paid, guys.
They got paid, but if they are able to show the receipts of the expenses incurred making Survival's End with the receipts, then
you think he's got receipts? You think what about the allegation that Francis made that there were people who reached out to him, contacted him? Oh, in fact, I think we may have. Let me see. Was it this one? Yeah. It's now been 4 years, and I've not seen anything from this contribution. I've attempted to email with no response. Someone please let me know. This is a comment by Angela Lala. Which I imagine if you want to know, you're not some ASJ fan, you probably donated money. What about the allegation that he blocked someone that donated money to his campaign that never received their perk? You gonna ask him about that or no?
I mean, there's only so much. I mean, if all these compilation ASJ compilation, there's only so much I could ask in a limited amount of time. I mean,
you need me to send you an email with all the questions, or
sure? Would that I probably won't get to all. But I'll try. I mean, there's no guarantee. Like, I'm not some superhero. I mean, people think that you can just ask. It's so easy. People think it's so easy to ask David. No, you have to be very. You have to. People think I don't read the room. I read. I go on this channel and choose not to read the room. But
how are you just going to disrespect the channel, Brent? You read the room at cons, but you don't read the room here. That's
because as JDF says, it's important to be transparent, and I'm transparent.
But you don't think you should read the room a little bit to avoid getting like timed out and hurt feelings and all that?
I was the last time I was. April needs to read the chat again, and if she wants to push a JDF agenda, she needs to realize I was defending JDF, and she needs to block me if I'm saying that JDF is something negative about it. I could see why you're timing me out for the whole. I'll totally understand that. I won't agree with it, but I understand it. But I was defending him. You need to do a better job of blocking people or timing people out that are. You blocked me or timed me out because I was defending JDF.
So you saying it should go both ways. If people are arguing with you, they should get timed out and vice versa.
No, I mean, I'm just saying that if I'm saying something good about JDF, don't time me out just because I'm arguing. Actually, read what I write before you time me out. That's what I'm saying.
All right. Is Jason Lawrence Geiger a scammer if no one got the perks from this Indiegogo? If the allegations are true, does that make him a scammer?
I have to look into this Indiegogo before I make that determination. I'm not going to answer that question, and then you're going to use it as a sound clip. You're going to use it against me when people claim that I twisted words, and you're trying to.
I'm not trying to twist anyone's words, but I know what you said in the past and present.
Oh yeah, and I'm trying to. I don't remember the exact situation when I said it, but if you play the whole clip. If you decide to play that, I don't think I had I gave you permission to do that. But if you play the whole clip, I'll be happy to explain it. And people won't like it. They'll say that you're anti whatever. But
we know you.
If you want to play the whole clip, that's fine.
We know you're anti JDF, man.
Right. I'm transparent about that. It's not like I'm a cheerleader in the behind the scenes. I'm some sort of a different person. No.
Hey, you're standing on business, so you're not gonna say Austin St. John is scammer. Even though
I'll look into this and I'll get back.
Okay.
I'm not familiar with Survival's End. So
what about the Karen Ashley Indiegogo that never came to be? You gonna look
at it as well because there's look at him, Steve, and then Catherine, and I saw David Yost and Jason Font and David Fielding and Johnny Young Bosch.
Yeah.
Oh my God, there's and then Aaron Cahill I think was in there too.
When you see him, you need to ask him one question. Did you receive any financial compensation from the order? That's a yes or no question.
Right.
Did you receive any financial compensation from the order? What about the Austin St. John beating up 4 brown people at the gas station? Sam, I see you in the background. What do you say to that story?
I personally, there might be some it's hard to say. He might be telling a story, and I personally, I don't believe it, but I don't. But the thing is, like, I don't, and I would tell that to us. I don't believe it, but he might have an explanation for it. But I personally, I don't believe it. But
All right. Okay. Cool. So you don't believe that story. What about the Power Rangers story where the doll is buried with the dad?
The dog?
The doll, the
doll
is buried with the father. That story.
I believe it.
Okay,
I believe it.
Okay.
I believe it.
I'm making sure I'm going over everything we covered yesterday. Normally Brent comes up and shout out to the Answer 06. He said, Brent, would you do a kickboxing match fundraiser?
Nope.
Oh, no, I'm not. People are so quick to resort to violence because I remember JDF or maybe Tommy Oliver said that martial arts should be the last resort when every other option is you can't solve it with other means. And it seems like people are so quick to want to resort to violence, which is isn't that against what the martial arts principles are about?
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay. Anything else you want to let the audience know? Are you available for the Juice stream on the 23rd?
Is that a Friday?
Yes.
I think I'll be available. Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. He got some stuff for you.
Really?
Any last words you want to say for the audience? Maybe you want to set the record straight or anything like that, Brent?
With the audience, I mean, I'm surprised. Like, why are you so worried? Just block me if you don't like what I have to say. You know, like, you take issue. You can't call me a flat earther because I bring the facts. But you know, if you don't like what I say, block me. I mean, April, you tie me out, but it's kind of like you need to read what I'm actually saying.
Shit.
I was defending JDF, and you just blocked me because you just saw me arguing. You need to look at what I'm actually writing. Go back to the last night's live chat, and you'll see that I was defending JDF. And you know, you need to do a better job of blocking. You need to read the comment, what I'm actually writing before you time me out.
Oh.
You know, and you twist. I did not say that JDF fans don't have principles. I never said that.
I did see you say someone was low class. I think it was Melissa. You said Melissa is of low class in some message board. Maybe it was this channel. Maybe it wasn't. I don't see all your messages and tweets.
I don't remember, but I probably did write that. Because how am I supposed to remember? Because you type these comments. They're very they're not nice, but it's kind of like that's the part of coming up, interacting on social media. That's just part of the business. And I'm very surprised that Cheyenne, she's so surprised that, oh my God, Brent could have used or something about ASJ in the command center. Like, you're the one saying that Austin might have stolen valor because he doesn't have real military experience. Well, you have family members that do. And I have no military experience, but I'm able to, like, when people talk about, like, oh, you might have had a certain reaction, like, that's not a big deal. I mean, okay, I don't prefer it.
I'm happy you brought up the military experience. What did you think about Susan Matassi talking about how ASJ was removing soldiers wounded from the war on the battlegrounds, and he's the real hero?
He's the real hero?
Yeah, he's a real hero, and Jason is just a martial artist.
I mean, that's just an opinion. That's her opinion. Do I think he's the real hero? I mean, I don't. That's kind of like they want to pump. Look, these people, when they say like Austin is the best or whatever, if I were to hire people to be on my team, I would expect them to say good things about me. So when they say all these good things about Austin, I mean, do I agree with what they're saying? I think JDF is the most popular Ranger. That there's no disputing that. But if I hired someone, they said that, and I was a Ranger actor, and they said that someone else was more popular, I would fire them because they're supposed to be pumping me up. So what they're saying is not so unusual. Right. You might disagree with what they're saying, but it's kind of like when Austin's hiring people, they want people that pump him up, that say good things about him. So of course,
do you think that's the Austin St. John fans are in a cult?
They're in a cult. There's no really a cult. Do I think that I don't there's no channel that really has a bunch of Austin St. John fans, because even fan word. I was talking about Zachary McGinnis, and this one chat person was like, "We mourn JDF's death. Please shut up about this." And I was like, they thought that I was like a JDF cult fan or whatever. And I don't know if there's
really felt.
they think I'm like a JDF cult fan, and it's so this ASJ JDF thing is it's played out. It's clashing. This is like two sides of the same coin. Like,
okay,
this side you have the huge JDF, the passionate fans, and maybe fan word or maybe his former YouTube page. It's the other side. I mean,
Okay. Now, if you were doing a Power Ranger reboot, right, and you have the option to choose between, let's just say Jason David Frank is alive and Austin St. John, who are you picking to start your Power Ranger franchise?
to start it,
To reboot
like,
it?
oh, that's a tough one because
Can only pick
I
one.
feel that Tommy Oliver was the better Ranger, but I feel that Jason Lee Scott was the better leader, and that played out in the TV ratings and the toy sales. So if rebooting it means it's a business, and you want to be concerned about the bottom line and selling toys, because at the end of the day, any reboot or whatever, if there's toys, you're worried about the toy sales. So I would pick Jason Lee Scott. But I would, but the thing is, because
wait. You just said the Green Ranger's the more popular Ranger. And,
it's the better Ranger. But the thing is,
and which toys sold more, Green Ranger or Red Ranger?
I don't know. I mean,
got him. We got him, y'all. We got him.
To reboot, you're talking in terms of the TV show.
Yeah, you're rebooting the show. You got Jason
right. The
David
popularity
Frank.
of the TV show. I mean, when they started, the popularity was skyrocketing with the first 5 Rangers. Then JDF.
We're talking reboot right now today. You need to start your Power Ranger franchise. You can either have Jason David Frank currently in his current position before he died, and Austin St. John in his current position before he died, to restart your franchise, and you're choosing Austin St. John. Final answer.
In terms of the quality of the show, I would pick Jason Lee. But in terms of toy sales, I would pick JDF because it's a.
Whoa! Didn't you say the show is just an advertisement for the toys?
It is. But look what happened when JDF was the leader. Look what happened. He left midway, and because he claims that Sam Simon wasn't patting them on the back, but the real reason was the toy sales. But when Austin was a leader, the show was, toys were flying off the shelves. You see the lines at Toys R Us, and that's what I'm going off of. But I do believe Jason David Frank was the better Ranger, the more powerful Ranger, for sure.
Okay, so Jason David Frank was the better Ranger,
but Jason Lee Scott was the better leader.
The better leader. All right.
Yeah.
Well, look, guys, better leader is an opinion, and we can never get
right.
that, so.
I never say it was a fact.
we gonna let Brent go.